glad you made it safely, Margaret.
Yes, the gods blessed our passage.
We saw vultures and a hyena and so much sand.
Enough sand to fill a lifetime. That is why we need so many to help us with our great work.
And what do you promise them, Clark?
Parcel of land with a house to call their own. They must only help reclaim it from the desert.
That is all? Just dig up your house.
It is no simple task. We must all pitch in to honor the gods.
People know his vision is a true one.
It is good to honor your father.
The savior of this.
Let us have some honey nuts now. And... Are you all right, Mary?
Are you unwell?
Teams have injury concerns, but the Clippers' injury concern is so much greater because of Kawhi and at this point Paul George to a degree. And he has a great relationship with LeBron. I think Chris Paul and the Lakers going super old. Chris Paul to the Lakers does make a lot of sense. I also think the Lakers need to treat next season, take a page out of Greg Popovich's book, and LeBron and Chris Paul need to be 28 to 32 minute a game guys, 60 game a year guys. You've got to find a way to get them to the finish line at their age. The health concern would be massive. You would have two of LeBron and Chris Paul, two of next year probably the four oldest players in the league. But LeBron showed you this year that he was willing to play off the ball more. And a starting five of CP3, Austin Reeves, LeBron, Rui, and AD is interesting. It also would mean the Lakers likely move on from D'Angelo Russell, which is something I would encourage them to do either way. I'm not slamming the door on Chris Paul back to Phoenix because Isaiah Thomas, the original Isaiah Thomas, went on TV yesterday and said, don't slam the door on him going back to Phoenix. And that's noteworthy because Matt Ishbia, the new owner of the Suns, reportedly wanted to hire Isaiah. And then there was blowback on that, so he didn't. But if you remember when Jokic pushed Ishbia in round 2, sitting next to him was Isaiah. He seems to be an informal advisor, so he does have inside information. So the Suns likely want to bring Chris Paul back. The question is that where Chris Paul wants to be, or does he want to go to LA potentially to play with LeBron, see if Chris Paul can get his first ring?
No.
That's what I think is going to happen. I'd certainly rather be in that business if I'm the Lakers than a Kyrie Irving on a max business. So I think that is something to watch. I don't think he'll be back with the Suns, but I don't think it's 0%. All right, last. And we're at overtime. We're going a little long today, but that's fine. Go ahead.
On Tuesday, news broke that the LIV Tour and the PGA were merging. Then, a Saudi soccer team offered Messi $1.6 billion. Can you explain to me and the rest of the sports world why this matters?
All right. There are better people far better qualified to talk about the LIV Tour and the PGA Tour. There's plenty of podcasts you can listen to of people that golf is their area of expertise. I think I have a cursory understanding of it from listening to those podcasts, so I'm not just going to regurgitate that. The only thing I want to say about the Messi deal is shout out Mike Ryan of the Dan Le Batard Show and Meadowlark Media for having the Messi story for a year. He has been dead right on this, scooping insiders globally, and he took a victory lap yesterday and he should have. Why this matters to the rest of the sports world is very simple. Is Saudi Arabia's sovereign wealth fund going to purchase a major American sports team. They are now in the PGA Tour. They kind of own it. Are they going to buy a baseball team, a basketball team, or a football team? We had a Russian oligarch buy a basketball team in Pro. And, you know, to quote Logan Roy from Succession, money wins. And there was a lot of standing on principle, trotting out 9/11 victims' families, done by the PGA Tour, and then they bent the knee to the money. Is there a dollar amount the Sovereign Wealth Fund in Saudi Arabia could offer the NFL to where they could own a team? I think dismissing it as an impossibility would be naive. I don't think it's the likely outcome, but I think it's on the board, and in European soccer, it's already happened. So it absolutely could happen here. Is there something you want to ask? So, what this means for golf, go to the golf experts on. What it means for the rest of the sports world is fascinating. And the other piece of the Messi news, they already got Cristiano Ronaldo, I think, offering Messi $1.5 billion for a few years. Will there be a major American basketball player at some point that takes that money? I don't think they have the infrastructure of a basketball league like they do a soccer league. But if they were to build one up, and, you know, they offered Tiger Woods $800 million to join the Live Tour. He turned it down on principle, and then the PGA merged with them. Tiger's probably furious. They offered Rory. Rory says they didn't offer him money, but the reports were it was for, you know, a few $100 million. What the PGA Tour is going to do to make those guys whole is a separate story. But if in 6 years they were to go to whoever the face of the NBA is at that point and say, let's try to, you know, whoever the face of the NBA is in 6 years, Wembanyama, and say, hey, you're maxed out at $60 million a year in the NBA. We'll offer you $600 million for 1 year to come over here. Someone probably says yes. So it's more of a long-term story than a short-term story, but folks will set aside principle for the right dollar. And one of the reasons that I stayed out of a lot of the moral finger wagging on the Live stuff was I thought about, now they wouldn't want me because I'm not a golf guy. Not like, you know, I like golf, but I wouldn't be on your top 30 broadcasters you wanted for golf. But if the Live Tour had kept going, would there have been a dollar amount that they came to me on and offered me that I'd be like, I have to say yes? The answer is probably yes. Now you can say, Nick, that makes you a bad person, that's a moral failing, all of those things. I'm just being honest. Could there have been a dollar amount where I'm like, yeah, I'll do it? Probably. And so I understood the golfers doing it. But now I think it might touch other sports, it might just take a bit. So there's my thoughts on that. We play a quick game of Nick Wright Public Defender, play a game of write-ins. Do you have the whiteboards today? Good job. And Diora.
Stop lying to people.
Well,
You're giving me a bad name.
I'll let the audience decide what they
weren't
think.
allowed to do that.
Well, I'll let the audience decide. We do that next. What's right?
Face of the fortress.
I should be cautious around here. Huh? That's strange.
What? You should not. There you are. What game is this? Hey, what? Hey, hold on. Better be careful. Probably won't come back, but...
Hey, what? You must die! Die! This day!
upon my work, so that my name might remain enduring in this temple forever and ever.
Shut that! Hey, hold on! You will not escape!
Hey, wait!
Watch over me, so that I may be placed among the imperishable stars. Oh, Mother Newt, watch over me, so that I may be placed among the stars of never die. Oh gods, smile upon my work, so that my... So, this is how a dream dies. I could have built something to last an age.
And Goopa could have sung stories of your accomplishments.
There are things I regret. We all labor for higher powers. We are all enthralled to greater forces. There is no escape. I am but one in the Order of Ancients. This victory will bring you no peace.
It is not peace that I seek. It is not for my soul that I walk this path.
The Order of Ancients will remember me as the bringer of waters and a builder of cities!
Or the desert will blow in and scatter the dream of Metropolis like dust. Take care of him. Try to make him understand if you can.
You have brought blood and death to my house.
You are blind. But now you must open your eyes. Your husband was Iskarab. He did this. Your father was tortured and scarred by this man, as were so many others.
No!
It is up to you to raise your boy into the light, out of the blood and shadows of his father's legacy.
I'm sorry, my son.